Hello, welcome. Welcome to Pahadi David's live stream. Pahadi David, Pahadi David nahi, Pahadi David, Mountain David, in the deep in the Himalayas of Nepal. Ah, बाप रे बाप आए मेरा अपना मरा शराबी बाप हाँ, wow, wow, wow. A little bit hanging on the right side there. Hi there, Glorious. How are you, Glorious? Is that AKA Lonesome Soul? Am I on the right track? Yes, I'm in a new old house. A new old house. My lovely, most favourite home in Nepal. Coming and going many times for long periods since 2013. Um, yes. Hi, Nightingale. How are you? How are things there? Are you fine? Nightingale, nice to see your name. CJ Singer, hey, Barbary Barb. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, this is the home of my lovely. They've got two young girls also, very young girls. One's 6, one's about 11 or 12. And uh, Glorious, my 1 year Indian visa stay. 1 year Indian visa stay finished at the end of June. So I'm back here in Nepal now for about 5 months. Yes, all because of visa reasons. Visa reasons. The old friend of the traveller. Visas. Hi CJ, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Hi Nightingale, how's it going? How's it going there? Is it evening time there now? About 10:30, 10:45 is it? Ah, good, good, good. Yes. Welcome everybody. 3 people and myself. That's nice. That's nice. Wow, wow, wow. Glorious, this place Daman, don't be confused. It's Nepali Daman, not Gujarat Daman or maybe Saudi Arabia Daman or Daman, Diu, Goa. No, it's Nepali Daman, which is 75 kilometers south of Kathmandu, on going south to Nepal, Bihar, India. Yes, I've been busy today. I was very, very busy today. Very, very busy. Relaxing. Yeah, I didn't do much at all today. I just cleaned up, had breakfast, had a very, very nice lunch. A very nice lunch. I've been saved there today by a very nice lunch. Nightingale, regarding the tower, the Darwin View Tower restaurant, I'm now dealing very, very assertively with the owner, and he's dealing very, very assertively with the cook and the manager. I'm pushing it hard to get them, the cook especially, to focus on cooking me a very consistent, tasty food, tasty meal 2 or 3 times a week. That's all. So much depends on focus, doesn't it? So much depends on our focus. Focus in our lives. How much depends on it. Oh. So glorious. Please answer my question. Are you the famous AKA Lonesome Soul? We have another lonesome on this live stream also, lonesome somebody else. Are you the lonesome soul of yesterday? I came down here from my room, just 6 minutes walk, in light rain. Yes, glorious. You still remember that Uttarakhand house, the small kutia? That's right. 4 rooms, 1 level. 2 rooms are livable. 2 rooms are storerooms. Yes, lone survivor, of course. Lone survivor. Lone survivor. Good. I said it 3 times, so I can remember that now forever. That's right. Lone survivor. Nice to see your name again, Lone Survivor. Nice to see your name again on there. Slowly, in the last couple of weeks, more previous viewers are coming back. Previous viewers who we didn't see since 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. More are coming back now, slowly. Also glorious, you can see a big difference in the connectivity, yes? Since I'm here in Darman, since I'm here these 5 weeks exactly, I'm live streaming now every night with a Wi-Fi zone, you know? Good. Wow. This is the small shop of Munna and Dawa. They're Nepalis, they're half Sherpa, half Tamang and fully Nepali. Dawa is currently living and working in Dubai since about 18 months to build up the security of his family for the future. He's doing well there, doing very well there. And we're right on the main road there. You will hear some heavy traffic passing regularly, trucks especially, bringing supplies from Bihar, India to Kathmandu. At this time of the day, occasional buses, cars, you know. Hi Rakshit, how are you? Namaste, nice to see your name again, Rakshit. Thank you. And it is pinned. Thanks Rakshit for that as usual. Good. I'm working on that YouTube ID thing. It's just a matter of getting a couple of passwords in line and being in the Wi-Fi zone. So I'm working on it. It won't be long now. And I'm positive about that. Rakshit, you've got an internet issue at your end, I see. Right. Yeah, I understand, Rakshit, that when they get my ID, YouTube, when it's fixed up, then it will give me improvement regarding my channel history and better facility to, as you said, YouTube to send me more viewers. Just 2 or 3 or 4 more facilities to sort of upgrade my situation here, you know? So Nightingale, yeah, how have you been today? All right? Are you fine? Good, 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 good. Yes, glorious. This place, Corsani was 6,000 feet exactly. This place is 8,000 feet, and so a little wilder. I mean, we're on the main road here. We're on the main road here, but the forest and that, again, much more forest, uh, very thick forest. We can be sure that at night time one or two leopards are moving around very quietly in the forest looking for food. Leopards, occasionally tigers, but there's still plenty of forest here for these big cats to move around in. Um, Bears, we don't see bears here, but bears in the Himalayas may live in the lesser Himalayas. We're in the smaller Himalayas, just the foothills, going up to 9 or 10,000 feet. Bears will be found there sometimes, where it's lonely, not too much human interference. And bears will also be found living at the feet of the Himalayas in big, big, high pasture lands, 10, 12, 13,000 feet up. They like to keep away from humans. Bears, leopards and tigers, they don't trust humans. They've sometimes had some experiences with them, and of course we humans don't want to see those animals either. So basically they move around at night time. I see, Rakshi. At your end there in northern India, all broadbands are down. Your mobile 5G is only working like 2G. Wow, wow, wow. There's some heavy rain issue or something. Heavy rain issue, something like that. Rakshi, to the towers or something. Hi, Himanshu. Namaste. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming back, Himanshu. Always nice to see your name again now. Glorious. Yes, all through the marketplace here, the hotels and that, they've got Wi-Fi, and two places. I tried two places, two hotels, restaurants, but to keep it short, it wasn't satisfactory for me to sit inside their hotel. Short story. But Muna and her family are awake here until about 8 o'clock. Then they go to sleep. So I leave here at 8 o'clock, about 7:45 Indian Standard Time. And then one of the other places, um, the other place, they allow me to sit outside under shelter at the chair and table there. I can sit under shelter if it's raining, and I'm not disturbing the other guests there who may be eating with my live stream. Oh, I see Himanshu. He's switching to a keypad mobile. I see. That's good. You're still going to watch us. That's good. That's excellent. Good, good. I see, Rakshit. No rain here, but there's heavy rain nearby in Gujarat. I see. Yes, Himanshu, Rakshit, Nightingale, CJ Singer, the famous Glorious Stella is back. Glorious Stella. Glorious Stella, A.K. Lone survivor. The last survivor of the human race on the planet. Can you imagine that? Huh? Can you imagine being the last survivor, the lone survivor on the whole planet? Nobody to message, nobody to text, nobody's texting you, video calls, nothing. Internet is down, TV has become obsolete. Nobody to cook you a meal. You're on your own. No milk delivery. Can you imagine that? Gloria says keypad phones are good if your smartphones are becoming a hurdle in maintaining your routine. I see. I think I understand what you're saying. Thanks for sending lives to the live stream. That's very nice. 5 have come so much so far. That's good. Wow. Raining a bit more heavily now. The monsoon arrived very, very heavily. Finally, the monsoon arrived here a little late. It arrived here on July 10 during the mid-morning, and we had some super heavy rainfall between mid-morning and about 1 o'clock. That was July 10. And since then, the monsoon has mostly failed. You can say at the moment, since July 11, here in central Myanmar, Darwin, we've only had about 30% of rain in total so far. Himanshu says, actually your mobile is one of the best in the mobile plan, but too much of a good thing is bad in my opinion. Too much of a good thing is bad in my opinion. I should switch now, Himanshu says. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. All right, almost every night, I give you a quick tour of the small shrine here in the shop. It's a half Hindu, half Buddhist shrine, very colourful. Himanshu's talking to Lone Survivor, Gloria Stella. How are you, Lone Survivor? I guess it's been 2 or more months since we talked. Yeah, it would be 2 months. It would be 2 months. Yeah. Today I put a post on my on this channel. Today I put a post on this channel saying who I am, my brief background, and that I'm 76. I'm a senior traveller, and this is on my post today on this channel here. I put it up. And that if you, especially new viewers, if you want to talk with this channel, we can talk. I've got a lot of travel experience. I'm travelling since I was 11. And we can talk about my travel history if you like, or any other subject. That was the post I put up tonight. Let's have a look at this small, very colourful little shrine there in the shop. The family's main shrine is up on the first floor, of course, their family shrine inside, away from the public, of course. But this is very nice, simple and colourful. Have a look at this, half Hindu, half Buddhist shrine to reflect the origins, to reflect the old original origins of Nepal, yeah? Have a look at this. Uti jari tu, Tera Purana Sharia. Hey. Yep, we're right on the main road. This is the main road, the western main road from Kathmandu south to the Nepal Bihar India border. These are our neighbours, the Hotel Sherpa, brother-in-law, sister-in-law of this family here. That's the Diamond Tower. See it in the back there, in the top there, white, round sort of structure? I'll be moving in there, into a room there in 1 week exactly. 1 week. They've got Wi-Fi there also, Wi-Fi router, the same as here. But inside bathroom and everything, so that will be nice, you know. And I'm only paying $2 a night more. 2 Australian dollars more each night. That's right, for the room, yeah. Now this is their lovely little shrine inside the shop here. This is, you can say, the public one, you know. There's some flowers here. There's the plastic, but very beautiful. Right? Oh, Rinchan. Yes. Namaste. Hello, how are you? What? Plastic flowers, but very beautiful. They look good, don't they? Hey? The incense is getting in my nose. Lovely. Now, this is the Hindu side, you see. Oh, here we are. Hey? Can you see that clearly? Lakshmi Ji, Ganesh Ji, Saraswati Ji with the Veena. Again, Lakshmi Ji, Ganesh. Hey? Beautiful. Now, tiny little Buddha. I hope I'm showing this fully, am I? There we go. Now, this is a Nepali 5 rupee note, the pink colour. And on the right side is a Nepali 50 rupee note. 1 Indian rupee, the Indian and Nepali rupees are perpetually, for always, linked together. So one Indian rupee has the fixed value of 1.6 Nepali rupees. So if you have 1,000 Indian rupees, you've got 1,600 Nepali rupees, right? Bank rate. That's it. Now, you see there? These are different types of Buddhas, different stages of Gautam Buddha Siddhartha's life. Rakshit or Himanshu know very well these different names. Okay. And the second one there behind the flute. Okay. You see that? Very colourful, very beautiful. Eh? The Hindu and Buddhist ideologies, to me the Hindu and Buddhist ideologies are very, very, very colourful. Very colourful. Organic. Scientific. For me, the Hindu Buddhist ideologies are very, very colourful, organic, and scientific, and happy. They're happy, happy ideologies, aren't they? They are happy. Happy, happy, happy. There we go. And the last one coming up. Last one coming up. How do you like these? Peacock feather. Can you see that? Yeah. Bole Baba Ji ne Damaru Bajaya Jara Shiva Shankar Ji ne Damaru Bajaya Jara Sara Kailas Parvata Magan Ho Gaya Riddhi Siddhi Bhi Man Bhi Magan Ho Gaya Sara Kailas Parvata Magan Ho Gaya. Hey, Bole Baba, Bole Baba Ji ne Damaru, Bajaya Jara, Shiva Shankar Ji ne Damaru, Bajaya Jara, Sara Kailas Parvata Magan Ho Gaya. Sara Kailas Parvata Magan Ho Gaya. Sara Himalaya Magan Ho Gaya. Riddhi Siddhi Bhi Man Bhi Magan Ho Gaya. Hai Bole Baba. Utho. Bole Baba Ji ne Damaru. Vajaya Jaya. Yes, it is. It is one of the most beautiful bhajans, isn't it? Ah. No, eh? I hope we've got all that. I hope we've got all that. I may have been. No, that's quite all right. That's right. Camera's right. Somebody please tell me, you did get, for the last 6 or 7 minutes, these pictures of the small shrine, didn't you? I think you did. Just confirm that, please. The sound of the medium-sized rain at the moment. Medium-sized rain here in Darman, Makawanpur district, central Nepal, 75 kilometres south of Kashmandup, Kati Mandir, Kathmandu. Straighten that back up, David. You're looking like a 90-year-old cripple. Straighten the back up. That's better. That's better. That's interesting, isn't it, the picture? Eh? Well. Now, there we go. Yeah, Palung is just 11 kilometres down the road there. Down all the way, down, from 8,000 feet to Palung's about just over 6,000 feet high. Hi, Munna. Oh, hi, Ritu. How are you?
All right.
Good. Wow. That's Munna's sister. Is it quiet or isn't it quiet? Because of the rain at the moment, there's much less big truck activity at the moment. Much less big truck activity at the moment. There would be many more coming if it was dry at the moment. My room is right on the main side there of main road, just 5-6 minutes walk just up there on the right side in the new Sherpa house. The original, you can call old Sherpa house, was mostly destroyed in the big earthquakes of 2015. And they've rebuilt since then. In the last few years, Muna and Dawa have rebuilt. They've rebuilt 2 rooms, one of which is Liverpool. One of which is livable. I live in that one, and so that gets them some income. And slowly, they will build and operate more rooms over the next few years. Daisy, today, the report is I had a great meal. I've recently been more, in the last couple of days, I've been much more assertively dealing directly with the owner and myself to back him up. We have been directly, assertively dealing with the cook, and the cook's got the message now. It's all about focus. It's all about focus. It sounds like life itself, doesn't it? Focus, focus, focus. Oh, Daisy, I know the terms Northern Buddhism and Southern Buddhism. That's all I know, really. I haven't done much study. Oh, yeah, many Nepali houses, Buddhists, Hindus, or those who are Hindu/Buddhist, have shrines. Oh, yes, many of them. Many of them. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Nightingale, Muna, is Muna aware of my move to the town? She's got absolutely no idea. Yeah, of course she knows, Nightingale, she knows. Yeah. I paid up my final account for the room up until August the 11th. We paid that up yesterday. That's all paid up. And for the help that she gives me cooking my breakfast in the morning. Yeah, excellent today, Daisy. It was excellent. If I could have that good quality, and I've told them the things that I must have. The big thing I emphasised was that I have a good breakfast and I have a big lunch. I eat as much as I can fit into my stomach. I have a big breakfast, finishing say about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Finishing late, of course, because I fast every night. And depending where I am, if there's pure milk available, then I'll have a glass of milk there in the evening after live stream finishes, or I'll just keep drinking water, lovely mountain water, boiled of course strongly for 5 minutes in this monsoon season, and I try to drink a lot of water right up until I go to sleep, and I never get hungry, So they've got the message now. They got the message. He must eat all of his lunch. He must eat even more than his quota. They finally got the message, and it was very good quality taste, everything today. And also, as well as the bean soup, they had some dried desi chana, red desi chana, red gram beans. That's right, Nightingale. I will look 10 years younger with the straight back. Yeah. Nightingale, I will tell you now the meaning of that song. Yes, I will tell you. It's one of their thousands it's one of the world's, one of the planet's thousands and thousands of songs to the great power. I like to talk in very general terms about the great power, which without which we couldn't even arrive to this planet. The great power, which in my book has no name, but mankind likes to give everything a name to recognize things, and that's so. The great power. Over here, Nightingale, God Shiva, Shiva, God Shiva, Lord Shiva, one of the very, very most popular Hindu deities. It's a song to Lord Shiva, who, looking at all this, Nightingale, with an open, universal mind, that Lord Shiva lives on one of the Himalayas' most magical mountains, called Kailas, Kailaas, Kailas Mountain, Kailas Himal, which is situated in Tibet/China, and is about 22,000 feet. One of the world's most magical and magnetically influenced places, full of power, history, and magic. And in our knowledge, no human being has ever climbed Kailas Himal. Some have tried, but all had very strange experiences. Some of them aged very, very rapidly. If you want to, Nightingale, you can look on YouTube or Google Meta AI and just type in explain the mysteries of Kailas Mountain, Kailaas. So this song is simply about Lord Shiva living in Kailas Himal with his wife, of course, Pahadi Devi, and the song just says Lord Shiva's playing his small hand drum, on the top of the mountain, and when he plays it, when Lord Shiva is also known as the creator and the destroyer, equally. And when he plays his small hand drum, everybody on Kailas Mountain, everybody in the entire Himalaya is happy to hear it. You have to understand the symbolism of this, Nightingale, the symbolism of this song, and Hindu ideology also. It's not whether the story is true. It's not whether the story, this Hindu story or that Hindu story is true, or could be true, or could be possible. That's more a sort of a limited Western understanding of it, a very limited, whether it's true or could be true. It's more the symbology and what it represents in nature, and the universe on a much, much bigger scale, you know? So he's playing his drum, and everybody on Kailas Mountain is happy to hear that beautiful sound. Nature. Everybody in the entire Himalayan range, stretching 2,500 kilometers long, is happy when they hear that sound of the drum. The sound and love of nature. All the holy people, the holy men, yogis, sadhus, are also happy to hear it. And that's the meaning of the song. Yeah, that's it. Just as the great power, the universal power, Nightingale, which transcends Jesus Christ. The universal power transcends the idea of Jesus, It transcends the idea of Shiva, Vishnu, Rama, Krishna, Allah, Zarathustra, Buddha. It transcends all of those man-made ideologies. So that universal power has many, many names also, you know. Daisy Channel, what's my height? The last time I measured my height, it was 180 cm, 180. That's all right, Anal, a pleasure, yeah. The very last thing I can say, Nightingale, on this is that the very, very nice things about Hindu and Buddhist ideologies, the very nice thing about Hindu and Buddhist ideologies are they accept equally all other religions. They accept all other religions and ideologies as equal to theirs. Whereas a couple of other very, very major ideologies only believe in their own. Maybe I was more than 6 feet. Yeah, maybe I was when I was a young murga, when I was a young chicken, huh? Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes, please, if you like this channel, if you don't dislike this channel, please tap on the screen 2 times, and that will just make our channel a little bit more popular, perhaps, you know. This tune, you North Indians know this tune very well, but if you're looking from, if you're viewing from outside India, then you're foreign to India, or living outside India is a better expression. This lovely old tune is a Hindi tune which is saying, we will succeed. If you keep your mind focused on the target, we will succeed. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Himanshu, Patriot David, thanks. Yes, well, as I always say, Himanshu, because I've lived you know, I promote myself as 1/3 Anglo-Astan, 1/3 England, 1/3 Australian, and equally 1/3 Pahadi, Nepali, Hindustani Pahadi, Mountain David, yeah? So that's probably right there, Patriot David, yeah. Daisy, David, the greed for money, which is present around us, does it also exist in Western countries? Oh, definitely, equally so. Equally so. Equally so, Daisy, of course. Some people say, Daisy, that the real origin of greed came from Western culture. Now, what I'm saying is very, very controversial. It's very controversial that some people say that the origin of greed for money, riches, property, wealth originated in Western cultures. Um, the origins of capitalism. I don't know, I can't answer that fully. The funny thing, there are 2 points I always repeat about greed, material greed. Some people who are very much involved, some people, Daisy, who are very much involved in the race, the competition for material benefits, some of them actually believe that sooner or later, when they have gathered together so much material, so many material possessions, that one day they will finally be very, very happy. Maybe they'll be comfortable. Maybe they'll be comfortable with all those material things. Why not? But some people actually believe that they'll be very, very happy one day when they have all of that together. And equally funny, some people actually believe, in the name of security, that when they die, when they leave this planet, when their body leaves this planet, that they will take all those material possessions up to heaven with them to enjoy in heaven. Some people don't realise that one day they will finally be separated from all those material things. And thirdly, as I always like to say in Hindi, वो जंगली सूर का पेट बहुत बहुत बड़ा है, संतुष्ट कभी नहीं है, जंगली सूर का पेट बहुत बहुत बड़ा है, संतुष्ट कभी नहीं हो जाएगा. The wild pigs, this is also on extreme greed / corruption. The wild pig's stomach is absolutely huge. The wild pig's stomach is absolutely huge. The wild pig's belly is never ever satisfied. Well, Nightingale, in answer to your comment there, some politicians, some government money managers, some NGOs are extremely greedy, evidenced by the news every now. Oh, look, what I just said 2 minutes ago, those points I said, that's it. That's my last word, really. Nightingale, is the harmonica expensive? No, about $7 Australian. The famous Chinese brands, Hero brand, Tower brand. Is it hard to find there where you live? No, I can buy here in the next biggest town. But I just don't want to carry any more weight around with me at the moment. I don't need 1 more ounce of weight in my bag. I've still got a long journey over the next 11 months. Daisy Channer, what are the chances of us being scammed outside in Western countries? Oh, equally to here. The chances of you being scammed in Western countries equal to the possibility of being scammed in Eastern countries, Southern countries, northern countries, and anywhere else where humans may colonize this universe, as long as there's humanity, there's always the chance of GPC, GPC, greedy pig corruption, greedy pig corruption. I can't do it any better than that. Now, Desi Chana, what will you do if society and the system is killing the real you? I can tell you quite confidently, society and the system has no chance of killing the real me. I know myself well enough. My self-confidence is on a good level, not overconfident. There's always the unpredictable. But it's impossible for me at this stage, Daisy. My lifestyle is so well established that the system and society, there's no chance of them killing the real me. No chance. Rajendra, hi Rajendra. Rajendra Kapkoti. Now, again, I can't say an old face, but a lovely previous viewer who I consider my very, very close brother from Uttarakhand has come back after a long time. Thanks, Rajendra. Raju lives in Kapkot, just north of Bageshwar Bazaar in Uttarakhand, northern Indian Himalayas. Thanks for coming back after a long time, Raju. I don't know, have you been listening for a few minutes to my usual favourite subjects? Or did you just join us? Hi, Udain. Say hello to YouTube.
Hello guys.
Namaste. How are you?
I'm fine.
This is my Uncle David.
And this is my Uncle David.
Or
Kaka.
grandfather. Kaka or grandfather?
Kaka.
Thank you. Very good. This is Udain Sherpa. She has come before on the live stream, but now she's busy with study and everything like that, you know. Her previous name was on YouTube PYRD, Perd. Yeah, very nice to see you again, Raju Kapkoti. In short, Raju, my 1 year Indian visa stay finished on the last day of June. So now, once again, if I stay 1 year absolutely continuously outside of Bharat, then in the first week of July 2027, I can come back in for another continuous 1 year stay in India. I hope you'll find Raju, and you can see a big improvement on the connectivity. Since I'm back here in Darman, since 5 weeks, I'm only live streaming from Wi-Fi zones. Same old phone, the same little 7,500 rupee Redmi 9A limited use Android, but we're still doing all right. Thanks, and nice to see you again, Raju. Nightingale says the harmonica fits into my left front pocket. That's right. No, I know some people would love to hear me and see me playing the harmonica again, but I just refused to carry even 1 more ounce of weight in my backpack. Daisy Chana understands that. I am saying, like, there are very little chance of being scammed in Australia. No. The chances of being scammed in Western countries, the chances of being scammed outside Western cultures are more or less the same, Daisy, more or less the same. If you're talking about me, I would have... Well, I'm a senior traveller now, Daisy, so I say the chances of me being seriously scammed back in Australia or in South Asia are probably the same. How are you, Raju, there? It's a long time since we communicated. A long time. But, Daisy, I always say that. I always say one thing. In some cultures, and I know you don't like to hear this, but I am talking about reality, Daisy. In some cultures, because of various factors, including survival, corruption is more genetic and DNA based in some countries, and genetic DNA based, ingrained, endemic corruption is less present in others. So much depends on the education system. I have to say that. I have to repeat it again. I have to repeat it again, Daisy. Well now, Daisy, Nightingale, who lives down under, is saying scammers are very, very strong in Australia. They can even scam big companies. Yeah, well, they're aiming more where the big money is, you see. Nightingale, do you agree that until 30 years ago, I won't go right into the reason why I'm saying this. I can't, because it will upset some people. But do you agree, Nightingale, that until 30, 40 years ago, generally there was less corruption in Australia? Because I know that to be true. But what do you think? I love drinking cold water up here, except in winter time. It's not fridge cold, never. It's like room temperature, but up here at 8,000 feet, if you're clever, you don't drink the room temperature water straight down. You keep it in your mouth for 2 minutes, let it warm it up a bit, you know. Yeah, Nightingale, it is true, it is true. Look, some of you might be thinking, why is David saying that until 30 or 40 years ago in Australia there was much less corruption compared with now? Why did David say he can't talk about it on this public channel? Well, actually I can. Now, some people, non-Australians, may not like to hear what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to apologise. I'm just talking about the truth. And here is the truth. There are honest people everywhere, and there are dishonest people everywhere. And there are corrupt pigs everywhere also on the planet. Until 30, 40 years before, in Australia, most Australians were born in Australia or had come from Britain-related countries. Since about 40, 30 years before now, country in the world is represented in Australia by migrants. Since 30 years especially, every country on the planet is represented by migrants, what we call new Australians living in Australia, most of whom are very, very good, honest, law-abiding citizens. But, and you may not like to hear this, but this is the truth. In the last 30 years, Australia has also welcomed unknowingly a certain number of bad elements. Bad elements who in their own countries were scammers, criminals, robbers, looters, right? Now they live in Australia, and some of those people have not changed their characters. They recognise Australia as possibly a good opportunity to scam and rob and loot and cheat. I won't say too much about it, except to say this. I always emphasise that the absolute heart, the absolute essence of any culture is its education system. Australia, until 20 years ago, has had a essentially, Australia's education system has always been honest and clean and has never allowed widespread exam cheating. But in recent decades, I'm just moving, there's a leak in the roof. So you can see what I mean, okay? I don't need to explain anymore. I have said everything in just a short time here. When many migrants come into, most migrants around the world, where are they aiming for? Most migrants around the world, where are they aiming for? The richer Western countries, right? North America, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, right? Europe, right? And very lastly on this subject, is that locked? Is it locked? I think it's not locked, is it? It's locked? Oh, sorry, good. So my very, very last word on this at the moment, and I'm interested in your feedback. Please express yourselves. If you're looking on this channel, if you want to express yourself, give your experiences. Nightingale gave her opinion in a very short and realistic answer. What do you think about it? My very last word on this before I listen to you now is, when many migrants come into a country, obviously they bring some very, very good things from their cultures. But at the same time, migrants moving into a new country to live, work and survive, also sometimes bring from their cultures bad habits. Bad habits. And this is a fact. Oh, Daisy, there's corruption in Russia, ex-Soviet Africa, North America, of course, all around the planet, all around the planet. But let me say again, you know what I'm going to say, Daisy? In some cultures, corruption is much more endemic than others. And I'll use the expression again, genetic DNA corruption amongst a good number of the people in that culture, all around the world, and less endemically corrupt in other cultures. Daisy, well, Daisy, you're expressing each message what we know to be true. Daisy is always telling the truth here. A bit lobbying done by corporate to manipulate policies and politics and laws is also corruption. Of course it is. Of course it is. For their own pig, greedy, corrupt aim and interest. That's right. That's right. Nightingale says, several decades ago in Australia, where we lived, scammers were rare at that time. With advancing technology and increased migration, scamming is becoming easier now, more common, yes. Daisy says digital arrest is very common these days, yes, yes. Now Daisy, hi Music for You, namaste. Thanks for coming back, Music for You. Daisy Chana says something very interesting here. David, if corruption is DNA linked, then Australia would have been the most corrupt country. I think you're linking this with the cunning, expansionistic, cunning, land grabbing, sometimes murderous British colonial history in Australia, aren't you? Nightingale says true. Sometimes they bend the law to give the offender freedom. It's like survival of the fittest. and elimination of the unfittest. Yes, yeah. Oh, now, kakatia kakua. Wow, wow, wow. Do you people believe that slowly, 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 our lovely previous, since several months ago, previous viewers are coming back one by one. Wow, wow, wow. I'll come back to you, the crow, the crow person. Kawa, kawa, kawa. Wow, wow, wow. Music for you. What do you mean, music, David? Did you ever go to the exile period? What are you saying there? I don't quite understand your message, music for you. Himanshu remembers Kakatiya. Yes. Kale, 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 ajawe. Madhua Rata Kajawe. The lovely, lovely Crow Festival in Kumaon and Garhwal areas of Uttarakhand in northern Indian Himalayas, where every year at the time of Makar Sankranti, the villagers prepare some sweet breads for the crows to keep the crows alive in the bitter cold. You want to hear it? I know you want to hear it after so long, and so I must sing it, and I love this song. And that's what this song is about, right? Kale kawa ajawe guguti mala kajawe. Hey, 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 Bhagwan. Meri suwa ajawe guguti mala kajawe. Meri suwa ajawe kakarareta kajawe. Meri suwa ajawe tando pani pijawe. Tando pani pijawe kakarareta kajawe. Meri suwa ajawe. It's very, very lovely. You can see how happy I am to see your name and your presence on the screen there. Kakatia kakua. Kakatia kakua. Kakatia kakua. Kakatia kakua. Kakatia kakua. Wow. Please come back regularly, will you? Will you give me a verbal text promise that you'll come back very regularly now, Kakatia? Please, right now on the screen. वाह 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 गजब हो गया गजब हो गया वाह 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 hey. All right, you need another song, do you? All right, I'll sing in my best Pahadi language, okay? Berupako barumasha Berupako barumasha Narena kaful pako cheta. This is Nepal now. I'm in Nepal, Kakua. My 1 year India visa stay finished last day of June. And now since 5 weeks I'm back in my most favourite, loveliest residence in central Nepal called, don't be confused, Daman, D-A-M-A-N, Daman, central Nepal. Berupako barumasha Kaful pako cheta meri chela. Now, Daisy Chana on our favourite subject, the big C subject, the big C word, is, Daisy says, his opinion is that corruption is due to indwelling fear in the masses of the system and the police. No, it's much more than that, Daisy. Corruption, the reasons of corruption are much, much more than that, much deeper than that. A huge reason, well, we're in South Asia. A huge reason for corruption is that amongst many people is survival. Survival, I believe survival, and in India, huge mega population. Fight for survival, jobs, degree passes, job positions, as well as the greedy pig corruption syndrome. As I always say, the greedy corrupt pig stomach is never satisfied. There are many reasons for it, many reasons. Also in cultures like, for example, South Asia and many African countries, where the system has very little accountability regarding usage and spending and of government, public, NGO funds, where there's just not much accountability, so the money can disappear very quickly. And the big D word, which I've spoken about a lot also, Daisy. Some cultures are naturally very disciplined. Some cultures are naturally very disciplined. They have corruption too, of course, because the greedy, corrupt pig stomach is very huge. Lack of discipline, lack of accountability in many African and Asian countries opens the door wide open to widespread corruption. Am I right? Am I wrong? That's okay, Kakatia. Please come again, you know. Kele baje muruli o beina. Unchi danyuma. Kele baje muruli o beina. Metero tanyuma. Oh, Rakshit, if you're still there, I thought I was doing the right thing, Rakshit. I've deleted our message, our pin message. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Kakatia Kakua, how are you? Are you busy there? Working? Studying? What are you doing there mainly now? Working? Studying? We have lost a good number of previous viewers, Kakatia Kakua. We've lost many previous, but some are coming back in recent weeks. Since I'm in Nepal here for 5 weeks, and regular every night Wi-Fi zone, some people are coming back slow now. Desi Chana. I started singing when I was very young. My mum used to say I liked to sing in the bath when I was in the bath. And between the ages of 10 to 11, I had a music teacher back in Britain. Bryan Adams, no, I'm not a fan of Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams is more popular with people who love songs and that sort of stuff, you know. I do believe in love. Don't prejudge me. I do believe in love very much. Love has different levels, different expressions, doesn't it? It certainly does. Right then, and but no, Bryan Adams is a bit too. I'm not a fan of Bryan Adams. Oh, La Mentira, Himanshu. I must remember that tonight. I must, David. La Mentira, La Mentira, La Mentira, the lie. I must. Now, you lovely people, I feel that tonight I am going to go home from Munna and Dawa's place here. I'm going to go home in half an hour directly. So let's tonight have a short live stream, just 2 hours, okay? I need some extra rest tonight. Oh, the rain has suddenly stopped. Oh, thanks, Rakshi. The message is still pinned. I was confused. This is my bear bag. Bahalu. This is my bear bag. This is a completely waterproof bag, which I use for one use only when I'm out in the rain. I've got my small day pack, my small backpack, day pack. I cover that with this, and that keeps it nice and dry, you know. It stopped suddenly, the rain. Yeah, let's just have another half hour and then let's have a short live stream tonight. I need some extra time off tonight. Yeah, it is colourful, isn't it? Picked it up for $1.25 in your money, Nightingale, $1.25. You've got two zippers on the top. Yes, Nightingale, it seems to you the rain was really heavy. We've got a plastic and zinc corrugated iron roof. Plastic, strong plastic. So it sounds heavier than it is. For here, it was really just tonight. Tonight was just 4 out of 10 intensity of rain, actually. Yeah. No, I'm not bored. I'm just a little bit tired. I had a really good meal today, and feeling quite good. Quite good. Please, if you dislike this channel, you know where you can go. If you don't like this channel, you may leave. You can leave right now. If you do like it, please tap 2 times on the the screen, okay? Thank you. And please, as usual, social circle, your big social circle. I'm sure your social circle of friends, relatives, neighbours is much bigger than my social circle. So please tell your social circle about this almost unknown and still very small live stream, and so maybe we can get more viewers, you know. If you have continual heavy rains, a lot of water stays on the side of the roads. Some people whose houses are not so strong, they will have flooding problems. Yes, Nightingale. You can try and double tap more than once, more than each live stream. I don't think it'll get accepted, will it? I think one double tap each live stream. Yeah? Namaste. Daisy Chana. David in Australia, what type of surgeries does a general surgeon do? I suppose... I suppose general surgery, Daisy, but not specific surgeries like neurosurgery. A general surgeon probably wouldn't do neurosurgery. A general surgeon probably wouldn't do liver transplants. A general surgeon probably wouldn't do kidney transplants. Does a general surgeon do bone surgery? I don't know. Himanshu says you can even do a triple tap. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. Sounds like a fair bit of rain's coming back there. Anyhow, I'm protected. Off the bottom. I'm in this rain and wear continuously sandals. South Japan, South Asia, chapel, yes, sandals. Because there are sometimes leeches here. There are sometimes leeches here, so if you're wearing open footwear like chapel sandals, then you can see them. Oh, hi there, Danish. Nice to see your name again, Danish. From Kashmir, I think, yes. Nice to see your name. Thanks for coming back. I'm doing fine, thanks, Danish. Still here in central Nepal, Daman, Nepali Daman, D-A-M-A-N. I'm fine here, thanks. How are you? And everybody, let's just have a short live stream tonight, finishing in 25 minutes, because it looks like there's more rain around, okay? Himanshu, David, deleting old photos, deleting connections, social media accounts. Are they also a kind of detachment practice? Do you want to put these things in some sort of category or something, Himanshu? Basically, I delete things when I don't need them anymore. If I don't have any physical use for something anymore, or maybe I've become too familiar with it, it's useless, then I'll delete it, I suppose. Desi Chana, David, yesterday when Durga Ji came, you were very uncomfortable. Durga Ji, Durga. I do remember some sort of message like that, Desi Chana, Kabuli Chana. I do remember some sort of message. Tell me more. Can you remember more of the full message? What did it say? Because there was some reference to a Pahari song. I'm a little bit confused. Can you remember any more of the message about which I was uncomfortable? Yes, Danish, central Nepal, my very, very oldest, most comfortable, loveliest residence in Nepal. I've been coming and going to Daman here in central Nepal since, can you believe, 40 years before. 40 years ago I first visited. Then, until 2013, I had a complete break from here. And since 2013, I've come back here and lived with my lovely Nepali young family, half my age. I've lived with them many, many times in their homestay. Repeatedly I've come back here from India many times. It's about 75 kilometres south of Kathmandu on the western road going south to Bihar, India. Himanshu says about deleting stuff, I don't know, but I do it intentionally even when I need it. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. Even when you need it. You're going to delete this account too, from which I'm commenting on. Wow, this account also. All right, that's your choice. We'll be very, very sorry to leave you. We'll be very sorry to see your name and your interesting messages, Himanshu. You could reconsider having Pahadi David. Yes, Daisy, can you remember more about this Durgaji message last night? I don't fully remember. Oh, Himanshu, don't worry, David. You'll come back on another. You'll come back on another account, another ID, I guess. I get it. Good, good, good. Tomorrow, for the first time since 1 year, I'm going up to the top of Diamond Hill, near the top of Diamond Hill, just below the super top, which is one of the world's top 10 mountain panoramas. Believe me, I've spoken about it many times. To Amit's restaurant, his brother Amrit, his sister, father Arjun, and mother Sita, sister's name I forget. They got a nice small restaurant there, and when I feel like I need some super tasty fried rice, and veggies and dal, bean soup, then I go up there. So I've arranged to, if it's raining, I'll just jump on some vehicle and go up. It's only 3.5 kilometres up there. Daisy may have left this live stream to have his evening meal, Daisy, is that right? We'll finish in 15 minutes, okay? We'll have a short live stream tonight. Something's telling me, David, when we finish in 15 minutes, go back to your room immediately because there may be more rain, you know? Himanshu, you're very much attached to the memory of Peter File. Peter File. Yeah, he sent over a couple of weeks. He sent some interesting messages, didn't he? I think Peter File has reached enlightenment. He came once and never came back. Yeah, maybe he just didn't feel comfortable on our live stream or something. Or maybe he likes to surf the internet. One night this live stream, the next night another live stream, and the following night another live stream, trying to find satisfaction but never finding it. Maybe, yeah. Himanshu comes from Rajasthan. I see. Udaipur. They say Himanshu Udaipur is one of the most beautiful cities in India. Is that right? On the side of a lake? Does the name refer to sunrise or something? Rising? Sunrise? Something like that? Udaya? Daisy's asking how long does it take to travel from Gurgaon to Udaipur? Tonight has been a little bit quiet. I think no more than 30 viewers in total. Yeah, I think I read, Himanshu, the name Udaipur comes from Udaya. Udaya, like, what's the word for sunrise in Hindi? Oh, I may be wrong. Just another famous city, yeah, some history. Daisy's asking Himanshu, is it worth visiting Udaipur or better to stay in Mount Abu? Himanshu, Dr. Daisy's on a 1 month paid leave. The whole month of August, he's on paid leave, Himanshu, holidays. Himanshu says 683 kilometres from Gurgaon to Udaipur in Rajasthan. Many, many years ago, Billy, I remember I just only ever visited Rajasthan one time. I stayed a little time in Jaipur, nice city Jaipur, but I'm not much attracted to big cities, you know, anyway. And then I stayed, the highlight of my stay, I stayed several weeks in my tent, just outside Jaipur, in right under the big Maharaja castle. Amer, I don't know, is it called Amer, A-M-E-R, Amer, Amber, A-M-B-E-R, Amber, Amer, right alongside a tiny little lake, right next to the small village. This is like 40 years ago. Had a very happy time there, and every day I used to go into the village, one or two places to eat, some very tasty, spicy food. Summertime, just before coming back to Australia after a very long stay in South Asia. I also visited for a couple of weeks Pushkar. This is 40 years ago. Pushkar, alongside the lake. At that time the water was pretty pure, and locals didn't let anybody use soap in the water for washing clothes or washing the body. Pushkar, I like Pushkar. Pushkar, Jaipur, Amer, Amber, and yeah, that was it. 3 or 4 places I visited there. Himanshu's telling Daisy, travel all over Rome if you want to. Daisy, I have some memory of it. You can't, I don't have a super memory yet, Daisy. I don't have a super memory. I'm only human, but in a perfect world. You can't give me any more information about me being uncomfortable when she texted me. You're eating dinner and watching this live at the same time, I see. There were a handful of messages there from Anita Mehra in Uttarakhand, Daisy, which at first I misunderstood. Her meaning, and I may have seemed uncomfortable with that. Start to send your last messages, please, because we'll finish up in 10 minutes, okay? Just a short live stream tonight. There seems to be more rain around, so I'm going from here straight back to my room, you know? Yes, Himanshu, there was a guy called Abhishek. There were 2 Abhisheks, as I remember, but I'm not 100% sure. One may have been Abhishek Gupta. If I remember because there were two, same name, may be coming back sometimes. May come back sometimes. Himanshu, you also remember the famous or infamous Zara, also don't you, Zara? He left for several weeks and came back a couple of weeks ago, just briefly. There was some incident between him and another viewer. Some unfortunate language was exchanged, and Zara felt insulted, which he was. But Zara, who came back briefly recently, he said he'd just been very, very busy for a long time. Himanshu, there was also Tara Sharma. There was also Harsha Sharma. Zara, no, Zara is definitely a guy. He's a business entrepreneur. No, definitely a guy from Mumbai, if I remember. He stayed with us for months and months and months. No, he's a he. You remember also Himanshu Bihari Bhai? Stayed with us for a long time. But in the last 2 weeks, haven't heard from Bihari Bhai. Daisy says, David, I have very high attachment levels with people, I guess. I find it very too difficult to detach from someone. Well, if you're enjoying their company online or in person, if you're exchanging interesting things, if sometimes the intellect is stimulated, why not stay with them? That's how I would. Himanshu, who was the person who was a she living in Israel, a female in Israel? Well, that would have only been for a short time, otherwise I would remember more details. Can't remember a she living in Israel. Daisy says because from the heart and not from the brain. Fair enough. Yeah, many people have left, Himanshu, many people have left. Although in recent weeks, slowly, 11 or 12 or 13 have come back at least one time. All right, please send your last messages and we'll finish up in 5 minutes, okay? You remember Bihari Bhai, Himanshu? Yes, sure. Interesting character, yes? That's right. You'd remember Himanshu, he stayed for 2 or 3 weeks. The repeated spammer had an obsession with one particular subject. Who something who? Who something who? Remember who? We finally had to remove them from the channel because they were just too much fixed on the one subject. Was the subject corruption? Another person who repeatedly spammed continuously on the BCE, remember the British colonial era? And then there was another person, haven't seen them for a few months, who repeatedly for 2 hours would send messages to me about my past criminal history. Remember that one? The past criminal history. Remember that one? Interpol's looking for him. He's had terrible criminal records all around the world and blah, blah, blah. Remember that one? Oh, hi, Kathy. Thanks for coming back after a long time, Kathy Anderson from California, USA. Kathy, no, it really is nice. Unfortunately, Kathy, I'm in a place here where I must finish within 5 or 6 minutes because my lovely Nepali family here are in this Wi-Fi zone go to sleep at 8 p.m. and it's nearly 8 p.m. So we won't be talking too much. Look, Kathy, we do have a person with the YouTube ID. They're mountain people from Uttarakhand here in northern India, but haven't heard from them for a few weeks. And their YouTube ID is Chund 800 AD. Chund 800 AD, who seems to be a specialist on the Chand dynasty, the Chund dynasty of northern India. I don't know anything more about it. I've told you what I could to try and prolong your interest or search in it, but certainly on Google you could get much more specific information on it, Kathy. Nice to see your name again, Kathy. Are you still coming to India? It is the middle of the monsoon. Some areas are having very heavy, normal full monsoons. Other areas are having medium amounts of monsoon rain. Others are having a sort of partly failed monsoon, like where I am now in central Nepal, Kathy. That's right, Himanshu. He used to repeatedly remember, and I could never remove him because he'd be on for 1 or 2 hours, and he was giving a lot of watch time to this channel, a lot of watch time. How could I remove him? Yeah, they were extinct. Well, they are extinct now, Daisy. They are, yeah. Oh, very entertaining, Himanshu, very entertaining. I fancied that one revealing the deep, dark secrets of my criminal past was a little bit of a drinker, or a little bit of a funny tobacco smoker, a little bit of a drinker, or a little bit of a funny tobacco smoker, because the intensity of his messages was on another level, you know? Or maybe he's only imaginative. All right, now look, I must start to pack up now, get protected against the rain which is falling on a medium level. Kathy, thanks for coming back. Kathy, currently for the next week, if you do revisit us on this stream, we're live streaming currently from Indian Standard Time. I'm in Nepal, similar time, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m, okay? After August the 12th, Kathy, the time will be Nepali time, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m, okay? Please remember that, okay? Never mind, you came late, but you don't know about my change in live stream timing, you know? Oh, Himanshu, I do remember Final Destination used to brag about he won't marry in the future, 7 lifetimes or something. David, in my opinion, you need company and not money. That's why you come live. Look, next lifetime you can be a top-class psychologist, Daisy. You can be a top-class psychologist. Don't get into psychiatry. Strange area of humanity, psychiatry. Stay well away from psychiatry, Daisy. Please, believe me. No, it's partly right that I do need company here. Otherwise, I'd be a real lone wolf living up here in the Himalayas, every night looking at the wall, killing flies. I much prefer live streaming. Well, that's very nice, Daisy. Thanks for that. And thanks. I'll sign off right now. The rain's getting a bit heavier. and I must get protected, walk up the road just 5 minutes, go home. Before rain sets in more heavily tonight, I'm feeling. Thanks to all of you lovely people for supporting me. And one day, I'll make $3 or $4 every day just to help cover my living expenses. I love you all. Thank you. Must go now very quickly. Stay. And why not meet again tomorrow night? Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. Namaste. Wow.